Do you guys ever notice that in life we're all playing a role, right? So like, you know, whether it's a doctor, a nurse, professional athlete, like I am, and then after that is our role. So it's like, you know, I am right now, I'm a server. So that's my role. I'm playing right now. We're all playing a role. And it's like, you know, there's certain things that are just engraved. Like when you think about a headstone on your cemetery, certain things that are engraved, like a loving father, son, you know, brother, whatever the case may be. And those are all engraved. Okay, just real quick. I made that video like 2 days ago, but I was watching it back and I missed some points. And like, for example, like right here, I talk about how you have some things that are engraved. Like I said, like loving father, brother, sister, whatever. But that is the bare minimum. Like it cracks me up when people are like, they're like, oh, you know, some people are like, oh, I just want to be like as moms, I get it. Mom is a more important role as a caregiver and a nurturer than like a dad. I think the dads, like some, just hear, like people saying like, oh, I just want to be like a good dad and, you know, stay at home, and everybody be like, oh, that's so good, Timmy. And it's like, dude, no. Like, what the fuck? Quit being a pussy and go get it. Go show your kid what it looks like for someone to go create the life they deserve and you know, a generation of like, you know, there's just more to being a dad than just sitting at home changing diapers and patting your kid on the ass. That's my point. But, okay, let's move on. What your role is, you can decide what your role is. And a lot of times, people get so caught up in their role, which is like a mask that they're wearing, and they get so caught up in their role that that's who they become. They become their role. So you got to be careful what your role is, because then your whole life you're playing this role and you have this mask on. And notice, like when people, the only thing that really takes that mask off is when like someone close to you passes away or something, and it's like, fuck. And then you're like stunned. You're like, and you know your mask comes off, and then you start to really think and realize like what really matters. But then eventually, you know, you got to put the mask back on. You put the mask back on and you go back to work per usual, and that's what it is. But I guess my point is, which I seen this something very similar on TikTok. Shout out Mikey Go Live. I seen that repost, bro. That is beautiful. But like, bro, I guess my point of this whole thing is you got to be very careful at what your role is, and you know, decide wisely, because you're gonna end up wearing that mask the majority of your life. So choose your role wisely, I suppose, is the bottom line. With my journey personally, I've had a lot of people that scrutinize, you know, some of the things I've done and risks I've taken, you know, being away from my kids and family at times. But, you know, for me, what do I look like? What kind of dad am I to never take a risk for my family and try to change their lives, you know? Like, what am I just going to go to work and clock out every day and then be, you know, even if I'm there every day changing diapers, which my kids are older than changing diapers, but even if I'm there every day patting their back, like, what good is that? That's going to show my kids that you're scared. I'm scared to take risks. I'm scared to go get the life that I want, you know? Like, what? Like, that is more, you're doing the kids more of a disservice by not taking any risks and trying to change your life because you're being a pussy. So I would rather, you know, it's pretty simple to me. It's very simple. Life is very simple. It's almost so simple that it's complicated. If you really go all out and you never stop and you choose the life that you want to live and you just go get it, you're going to get it. It's literally facts. Like if I never stopped and came back from my journeys, and, you know, obviously I have to come back for my kids, but if I find a way to keep going and, you know, get a schedule that works, as soon as I figure that out and don't stop, I'm going to get to where I want to go. It's inevitable because you can't deny progress. You can't deny if I'm always making YouTube videos and content and blasting it out there all the time, you can't deny that I'm a YouTuber, that I've always wanted to be, you know, impacting as many people positively in my life as I want to. If I do all these things, and that doesn't have to be blessing them with $1 million like Steve will do. Eventually I will. But right now, the point is, I can do it with words. I can go and just try to make people smile, you know? And I've always just wanted, that's all I've ever wanted, is to be able to travel the world doing content, inspiring as many people as possible, motivate people and make them realize that, you know, there's more to life than this, you know, box that we're stuck in. And, you know, put smiles on people's faces, do it with love. And, you know, it's just so simple. It's so simple. And I'm just realizing how simple it is. And like I say, in my last video or 2 videos ago or whatever, it's like right now I'm just enjoying these moments of, you know, this life right now that I'm living. I'm going to finish, you know, playing this role I'm in, and, you know, just continue to, and dude, I'm just excited to unleash back to become the person and take this fucking mask off, dude. Because like, and it's like being in your hometown too kind of sticks you in that mask, because these people already they see a mask already on you that they have always known you as. So you're not going to convince them you're somebody else. You're never going to do it. It's like, it doesn't even matter if you do it or not. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. You know, obviously the people that support you should love and never forget the ones who did support you from your hometown. But it doesn't matter. They're not going to be the ones that change your life anyway. So it doesn't fucking matter. So that's where I cut off and I didn't finish my video. But that's so facts. Like, your hometown, that's why so many people, they say the key is to get out of your hometown. You ever notice when you go on a vacation and you don't know anyone, how freeing that feels? Because it's like for me, if I'm to go right now to somewhere, let's just say Walmart, and do a video, I'm doing YouTube, it's like, you know, then I gotta go, I'll see so many people I know, they're gonna come up and be like, hey, what are you doing? And this is no knock on anyone either, by the way. Like, I'm not talking shit. It just is how it is. It's just how things work. So now I see all these people that I've known since I was a kid, and all they think of is who I was. That's how they know me. You see what I'm saying? So and that rubs off on me. So like, it's like, oh shit. Like, now I gotta explain, like, oh, I'm doing a YouTube video, you know, this and that. I'd be like, oh, and a lot of times they're like, dude, that's sick. Like, actually mostly every time. But it's like, there's a barrier in my brain, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but like, when you're in your hometown, that it's hard to break through that. It's really hard. But as soon as I step foot somewhere else, it's like I can unleash the person that I want to be. It's so weird that that's the case. But that's when people wonder why, they're like I've talked to people and they'll be like, you know, if you can't do it here, you can't do it anywhere. Which I get that concept. And for a lot of professions or, you know, a lot of roles, that is the case. But for this, you know, I'm always going to come back here, obviously, and I have kids here. But I think right now that, you know, it's just, it's got to be somewhere else right now, and get the motion back, and just, you know. And part of me really wants to get a foundation somewhere else, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. Like, but then still get on a schedule where I, you know, and that's the whole thing I'm trying to balance right now. Because once I can get a schedule with the kids, and I think having a foundation somewhere else, but still being a part of like a lot of everything they're doing, that's the tricky part for me right now. And a lot of people that do the things that I'm trying to do, which is YouTube and content, most of them don't have kids. Think about it. Like, all the people I look up to, they don't have kids. So it's a tricky spot to be in, but I'm blessed because, like, I'm excited to do things with my kids, do family content once they're a little older. Like, right now, I can't, you know, be taking them, especially to the places I'm going to be going. But, like, yeah, it's like, I'm not going to let that hold me back. That's the whole thing. And I think too many people do that. And most of the time, it's because of their spouse. And that's why I'm blessed to not be in a relationship. Because if I was, this shit wouldn't work. There's no fucking way. There's literally no way. So, like, but that's a lot of times because you can't be away from your spouse. A spouse is a job. And I would rather be married to the game right now than married to someone else. And that might sound corny, but that's 100% what it is. A marriage is a job. like no matter how you cut it, you have to invest so much time in your partner to keep them happy. And you know, if you're doing that and a plan B job, where the fuck is your time for? I don't know why that just cut off, but where is the time for yourself? Like there, it's just so blessed, super blessed and grateful that God has put me in the position I'm in. At first, it was a lot of fucking pain of me thinking, you know, just we're not gonna go into that, but I'm blessed. I'm excited, and yeah, that was just on my mind a couple days ago, and I never finished it, so I wanted to come on here and finish it, but. Love you guys. I think I'm going to do a vlog today, to be honest with you. I'm off for 2 days. I'm never off through the week like this. So I'm going to take advantage of it and get rolling. And yeah, let's go. Let's go.